let the odds be forever in your favor. That is from Hunger Games. I believe that's how you say it. Because people, I don't know what other signs we need to get from God, from the Almighty, from our angels, from our spirit team, including our ancestors. I don't know what other sign we need to take to understand what is truly happening here. I wasn't going to get on today because I've been juggling back and forth whether I wanted to come on today or when I wanted to do another video. I don't even know how long this video is going to be. I got a little time today, so I wanted to hop on real quick. I have 4 decks out here that I wanted to use. I don't even know if I'm even going to use any of them. I have a couple of tarot, and I have a couple of oracle or other decks that aren't tarot that I wanted to use to clarify. But I just wanted to come on here real quick because a couple of the readers that I really pay attention to, and really forgive my hands, I have to really pay attention to my hands and get my nails done and all that, but we're not going to pay attention to that. But a couple of the readers that I have really been focusing on, because again, like I've said in previous videos, I do not have a lot of readers that I listen to. I do follow readers, and I'm in the process of filtering out my YouTube channel to unfollow a lot of people that I don't resonate with anymore, or I don't connect with anymore, or I used to follow when I first started listening to tarot. But there are a few that I listen to, and there have been a couple of things that have been highly resonating with the energy of the world, my energy and my life, and the messages that have been coming out is that a lot of the crazy things on the news, a lot of personal attacks has been going on in your life, a lot of things have been going on with your family, your friends, your job, your personal life, like things that may be going on with your household, your relationship, your marriage, your car, your children. A lot of the things have been, it's like a movie. It's like a lot of these things you never would have thought would happen in real life because they only happens in movies. I wanted to pay close attention to the message of this read. I don't want to, deviate off the path or anything, but it has been really speaking to me, and I've been telling my husband this, for the past year strong, is that the movies that are coming out, I would say within the past 20 years, very strongly. I know throughout history of movie making, filmmaking, TV shows, music, media, but I would say the past 10 to 20 years strong. There has been so many media references to what is happening in the current energy right now. If it's not a Hunger Games, it's a Game of Thrones. If it's not a Game of Thrones, it's a Dune. If it's not a Dune, it's The Matrix. If it's not The Matrix, it's Star Wars and all of the sequels and all of the additional movies. If it's not a Star Wars, it's a Marvel movie. If it's not a Marvel movie, it's a DC movie, a superhero movie of some kind with all these people with their supernatural powers. If it's not a superhero movie. It's a horror movie that is really to the point where some of these horror movies are creepy, scary. I don't get shooketh. I don't get shook a lot with scary movies. I really don't. I actually like horror. I actually really dig horror movies. You know, horror doesn't really, like, it used to scare me back in the day because I didn't know what it was. You know, I used to hate Michael Myers movies, the Halloween movies. I used to hate um, Chucky, the doll. I used to hate Child's Play. But these different type of horror movies where they're more spiritual, like sinister type of movies, like The Nun, or all these Sidious movies, and the movie, I don't really know what that movie's called. I think it's called Talk to Me or something. It has to do with a Ouija board, and the new Exorcist movie. I mean, all these type of movies. Creepy, because I know people don't want to believe it. I know they don't want to believe it, but people have to start realizing that this, what's going on, is highly spiritual in the world. There are a lot of energy that is creating this massive bubble of hatred in this world right now. I feel like this Earth, this planet, is like the Hunger Games right now for the Galactic Federation. I feel like the Galactic Federation, the different alien races, I feel like they're taking bets out on, what country, what race, what federation, what civilization, what democracy, what government is going to take themselves out first, or which country is going to go to war with each other next to take them out. The reason why aliens have not invaded or infiltrated our society, our planet, is because they don't want to touch this planet with a 10-foot pole. They don't want to come close. They don't want to even have a decent conversation, because they know humans are in a weird place right now. Humans are killing anything right now. Humans are in their deep ass feelings right now. If I would say 1 out of every 4 people are in their feelings right now. It could be the smallest little thing, and it could knock somebody over the edge right now. It could, like, boop them right over the edge. I could say to somebody, I don't like the way that you talk to me. I think you're selfish. Or I could tell somebody, I don't like you. I don't dig you. I don't vibe with you. But that's okay, because not everybody vibes, right? Not everybody's going to like each other. Not everybody is going to vibe. There are a lot of people that I don't like. And there are a lot of people that don't like me. But I don't hate them. See? A lot of people will hate you for telling them that you don't like them, or you don't vibe with them, or you don't want to connect with them, or you don't want to, I don't know, rekindle a relationship or a friendship. You don't want to reconnect on any level. People will hate you for that. And it's like, why are you hating me? I didn't do anything to you other than say that I don't want to connect with you. I feel like I'm moving this way and you moving that way. We are not on the same path, yo. No one is really on the same path, right? But our paths aren't even parallel to each other. We're going in this way and you still want to connect? Why? Why? Because you see that my path is is quicker or something, or is headed towards the light quick. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why people are being weirdos right now. I don't know why people, even though they know they hate you or they don't like you, why they still want to be your friend, or they still want to tap into your energy knowing that they don't F with you. I don't get it. This is a weird time, and there is no coincidence, that I'm wearing my cat's t-shirt. There's no coincidence. People out here are being petty, just like cats right now. I don't even understand. People in my generation, I'm a millennial, and I guess that I'm a geriatric millennial because I'm a 80s baby, and so tapping in on the 40 mark. So it's kind of like I'm at a stage in my life where I'm not fucking with you if we don't connect. If you play with me, if you play on my mind, my spirit, my love, my friendliness, if you think that I'm a dumbass, if you think that I'm stupid, if you think that I'm this naive little video game character or something that you could just either morph into or change, I don't even know. I don't even understand. Again, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of people that are tapped in, a lot of people that are on a different vibration now, that don't even understand the human race right now. That's where we're at. People that are like me, we're not even calling people that we don't fuck with, female, male, feminine, masculine. We calling them humans right now because we don't even feel like we human anymore. We feel like we're not even from here. We were thrown here to have a human experience, and now we're over it. We're done. We don't want to be here no more. We want to fly back to whatever planet, whatever galaxy, whatever universe we came from. Because it's like, what's the point of us continuing to be on this planet when everybody just want to be at war with each other? Nobody wants to hear anybody out. Everybody wants to play around with people's feelings. If people want to step to the right for a minute to get their mental health together, to reflect on their life because they're getting older, if they want to step away from people, then people are judging that. They're thinking that you need to be committed, or they're calling you evil, or they're thinking that you're taking too long and it's not fair, it's not right, or they're even going so far to talk about you to people that you don't even fuck with, and they actually think it's gonna hurt your feelings or something. Like people that you haven't talked to since high school, grade school. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And it's like you just constantly have no choice but to constantly be like, why am I here? And then you get okay, well, I'm here because I'm on this video and I'm talking to you, and we gotta talk to each other. We gotta talk this out. And in some way, I'm feeling your energy and it's helping me talk this out, and I'm helping you in the same process, because I know whoever is watching this right now, they are understanding where I'm coming from. People that write these movies, that have visions for these type of TV shows, mythical worlds, fantasies that don't exist, worlds that don't exist, understand that those people are star seeds because they have seen it somewhere else. They have felt it somewhere else. I've always felt that I met my husband for a reason, many reasons. And he introduced me to Star Wars. I was never on Star Wars until I connected with my husband, and we started connecting over music and over a lot of things that have happened in our lives. And one of his favorite franchises and favorite movies and everything is Star Wars. He loves Star Wars. So I started watching it. And I wish I would have watched it back when I was younger or in my teenage or 20s before him, because all the time that I have missed, because Star Wars hits on some heavy shit, some galactic federation shit that we don't even want to think about. We don't want to talk about. We don't even think it's real because we've never seen it. We haven't seen it. We don't have it here on Earth. How can we even fathom, grasp all of that? Because it's beyond this planet. All these humans that live here on this earth cannot grasp what is going on beyond this planet because we've never seen it. We've only been to the moon. We've only seen Mars through the things that have landed on the planet and taken pictures and videos. I mean, we've made movies about Mars, living on Mars, going to Mars, building communities on Mars, coexisting with Martians. We've made movies about wizards, magic, witches. We have made movies about different lands and different type of kingdoms and fighting to the death because there only could be one king, one queen, and because that's their birthright. Or all these wars with different alien species, different planets, different worlds, and light speed, and ships, and spaceships, and different types of love stories that go beyond humans. Humans falling in love with different species and different races and living on planets where it's completely peaceful, where there aren't people to judge because they're not of the same race or the same species. People that wrote those movies, those stories, those TV shows, those songs, they have seen it in a dream, in a world, in a download, in a deja vu, in a something. So they have decided to write it down and create it for humans to know that it does exist and that it's possible. I mean, these movies could be so ridiculous and so far-fetched and be like, that would never, it's not real, it's fake, it's fantasy. That's why it's created for us to enjoy. Then why, when you watch things like that, do you connect to it so much? Why do you feel it deep down in your spirit? Why does it touch you so hard? It's not because of the actors and because of how good they're acting the part. It's because your spirit has connected on some way, shape, or form, on some level. Your spirit has connected to that story. It has happened to you in another lifetime, in another realm. Right now, your spirit is trapped in this body, this body of flesh on this earth plane. But you don't know where your spirit was before now. And I think a lot of spirits are waking up to the fact that they don't like being here anymore because it's not peaceful, it's not a fun experience anymore, it's not a happy experience anymore. I'm not saying people are unaliving themselves because of that. It's just a lot of spirits are tired of living on Earth right now because Earth is such a toxic, evil, depressing, sad, mean, angry, unfair place right now. It's always been that way since the beginning of man. Because man of all, and I'm talking about men and women in general, I'm saying man, but it's always been about power and being the best and having competition. It's always been about that. It's never been about living in peace with one another. It's about this man marrying this woman, or this person being with this person. This person over here fancies this person. And so now this person over here wants to take this person out to get to this person, and they think it's fair. Or this person wants to be in competition with this person, so this person over here can see that they're with the wrong person. They should be with this person. It's never this person over here can admire beauty, because everyone is beautiful. Everyone is in their own way. I don't care if beauty is not in your eye, it's in someone else's eye. Everyone is beautiful. Why can't you acknowledge that and admire that beauty? You could be in love with that beauty, but it's not your beauty to have. It's someone else's, because that spirit was destined for that spirit. And you have someone that's destined for you. It's okay to find beauty in other people, because that person will find beauty in you. But you will find beauty in that person that is meant for you, and then everything will make sense. If you take someone else's gift, it's not your gift. It's not for you. It's not going to be a beautiful life that you want. That life is not destined for you. It's like the common message right now that's going around about how people that are really being petty and in their feelings because you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to be around them, associate with them, chill, kick it with them, whatever. Okay, you're cutting people off left and right. Cutting people off, right? It's still that same story about the competition. They even though they know that you don't fuck with them, they still want to compete with you. They still want to be better than you. They still want to be ahead of your next move. They still want to take your man or your woman or your partner. They still want to take your ex and then shove it in your face to make you feel bad about it. They want to befriend all your friends so you could feel left out, like an outcast or a loser or something. They want to put all your business out there on social media, the interwebs, to make you feel little. So you could get back what you made me feel. You made me feel this big because you don't want to talk to me. So I'm gonna make you feel this big by spilling all your secrets and make you feel like sugar honey iced tea. And the new thing that's happening, my cousin told me about this. The new thing that's happening is this whole AI thing where people are doing revenge on people and using their likeness from pictures and putting it on other bodies. And then the person that has the AI on their face that look like other people, they're doing effed up stuff. Whether it's sexual acts or crimes or what have you, to make the person that you're imitating with the AI generated face, to make them look bad. So then you share the video, you share the picture, and everybody thinks it's this person, but it's really this person with the AI face. People are fucking doing that right now. I'm sorry for cursing. I'm just flabbergasted that people are stooping to these levels, because technology is becoming more forward and more scary with AI and all of that and robots and stuff. And so now people that are in their feelings are using it to their advantage. That's some scary mess right there, man. People are out here really trying it in any way, shape they can. It's almost like anything short of unaliving you themselves. That's what they're doing. They're tapping into your technology, your devices. They're trying to find out your passwords to all of your social media accounts, your emails. They're trying to send things off like it's you. They're trying to create other profiles pretending to be you, talking to people, talking to your friends, talking to your family, talking to your exes, making it seem like you really want to be with them, or you try to you're kicking it with them again, and then you're just letting them down and pissing them off, or portraying you like you're fucking crazy, saying some outlandish stuff out here, make everybody think that she's wacko jacko out here. She seriously needs to be committed someplace. I mean, are there any insane asylums left? Are there any loony bins left in this country? I don't even know. I thought they closed all those down. Because I know they don't have those old-fashioned ones where they tie you to the bed and they leave you there to just rot. They closed all those down. But that's where they want you to be. They want you to be in one of those facilities where they do shock therapy and all that shit. I was like, what in the early 1900s are we doing here? And then on top of that, they want you to come back so you can still be their slave on some Cinderella weird stuff. And then I say to that, what in the 1700s are we doing here? Nobody's anyone's slave. Slavery has been abolished for what? At least a century. So, I don't know. These wars that are popping off over across the pond, it's only a matter of time before that energy filtrates to this country, in the United States of America, because I know that you've seen it. Another example of what I was saying before in this video that I've been telling my husband, which is really freaking me out. How many of you guys have noticed that there's been so many movies and TV shows focusing on a civil war in this country? There's been so many apocalyptic TV shows, war TV shows or movies about this country going against itself. It's going to be another civil war. That is what the vibe is. There are so many people in this country that's fed up with everything. Government, education system, the housing market, jobs. I mean, nobody can afford nothing. I mean, how about groceries? You can't even go to Aldi, okay? You can't even go to Aldi and get 10 things and not spend $100. Literally, the 10 items that I put on the conveyor belt or the self-checkout scanner, each item's about $10. Whether I'm getting a pizza or a bag of French fries, or a piece of salmon, or some juice, or some toilet paper, or some detergent, or I don't know, a bag of fruit, or some spinach. Each of those items could be $10. And I'm looking at my bag. I only got like a little bag full of stuff, and that, are you telling me, was $100? Aldi? I mean, I know y'all remember when you went to Aldi back in the day. I would say the 90s, early 2000s. People used to make fun of people that shopped at Aldi. People used to down Aldi. People used to not fuck with Aldi because it was like generic brands, and I'm going to shop at this store because that's real food, and blah, 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 right? And then people that shopped at Aldi were people that were on a budget, that had link, that had this amount of money to spend because I don't want to be broke. I don't have a lot. I have mortgage, I have rent, I have car note, I have all these different things I gotta do. So the amount of money, the little amount of money I got left, which is for food, I'm gonna go to Aldi because I know I could get a whole bunch of stuff for $50, $60, and I'm going to be straight for about 2 weeks. You can't even go a week. Okay? You can't do 2 weeks full of food anymore. You got to do a week. And don't let it be more than one person in the household, because you'll be spending $200. And then don't have a toddler or children. You'll be spending about $300-$400, because you got to feed the kids, and the kids don't eat the same thing, or you got to get a whole bunch of different pizzas and chicken nuggets and french fries and fruit. You got to pack their lunch. You got to make breakfast. People are tired. It's like, what is going on? People can't live. People are losing their homes, their cars, and they still got student loans from 30 years ago. It's like everything has been fixed in this country or around the world for people to fail. It's like the powers that be, the evil, the entities that are against us, whatever. They're doing this so we could take ourselves out. It's so messed up. They know that depression is the #1 killer to everyone. Because if I don't have it, if I know that it needs to be mine, if I can't afford it, if I don't look a certain way, if I don't feel a certain way, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm taking myself out. I'm done. That's how people are feeling now. And this is a sad, sad time that we are living in. I'm telling you, it's people are like, it's gonna be war out here. And just like the Hunger Games and with Katniss, it's gonna be like, I volunteer as tribute because I don't want my kids involved in this. I don't want my elderly parents having to fight. I mean, it's like, it's gonna be to the point where this government's gonna want everyone to fight. And if you don't have a weapon in your household, it's every man for themselves. Just like purge. It's going to be like a permanent purge or something. It's going to be everybody breaking in your house. And, there's going to be no law enforcement because people are going to be done with the police. Like half this country is done with the police already, right? Everybody feels like, well, what's the use of the police? They don't protect me. They only respond to urgent calls, or nothing happens in this country unless something happens first, and then that's when security wants to up the ante, that type of thing. It's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. I don't even know what to say. It's like I want to keep on with the messages because I feel like they're important. And I haven't been on here in a couple of days because I've been still trying to fight whatever sickness I had, because I know that forces are fighting against me right now, fighting against my spirit. They don't want me to talk. They don't want me to get on here and speak to you about these crazy things that are happening. It's March 3rd, so it's 3/3 portal today. It's beautiful outside. But keep in mind, it's technically still winter. And where I'm living, it's like damn near 75 degrees outside. And where I live, that's unusual for March, early March. Okay? But we're not even in spring yet. March is supposed to be like the last brink of snow. And maybe mixed in with some rain, but it's still supposed to be cold. Like the highest maybe is supposed to be about 40, 45 degrees maybe in March. But we getting 75 degrees, yo. I mean, granted, it's windy as hell because I know the powers that be are working some kind of crazy bippity boppity outside. I don't know what's going on outside with the energy. But, I mean, people out here with shorts on, People out here walking around with flip-flops in March. I mean, when you start messing with the weather, or when the weather starts getting weird, that's when you know some real bullshit is happening in the ethers, okay? I mean, in my 40 years of living, I have never experienced 75, 72 degrees in March before. March? That's weird. Okay? I don't know, man. This is just I really strongly feel like people out here want you to constantly lose, and they don't care what it looked like. I feel like people want you to die, and if you unalive yourself, they will go to your funeral and they will be happy about it. I feel like they will contribute to your depression and to you wanting to just take yourself out, and those people will still go to your funeral and laugh about it underneath their breath because they're happy that you're gone. And then days after that, months after that, years after that, they're going to think back like, what did I do? That person didn't even deserve that. Or she was so good to me. She was such a good friend to me. Why did I do that to her? To him? He, she, they. Why? There was no point because I was mad? Because I didn't like them at the time? I don't understand why people just can't take an L and move on. Why people could take the criticism, why people can't be like, our energy don't match, and we just part ways, and it's no ill feelings. I don't understand why we can't do that. I don't understand why grown ass people have to hate each other. I don't hate anyone. I just choose to separate myself from people that don't like me and then wish me harm or wish death upon me and my family or act weird around me, or I know they don't fuck with me and they try to put on a face like they do fuck with me, or they try that they care about me, or behind my back they talking all this BS, but when they see me and to my face they're smiling, hugging, keep trying to kiki with me, trying to reconnect, try to get in my business so they could tell everybody else. I don't connect with people like that. When I say that, I will cut you off. When I don't connect with people, that means I'm cutting you off. I don't hate you. I don't wish you ill will. I don't hope that you die. I don't hope that your children die. I don't hope that you fail in every aspect in your life, including your job. I don't hope that you lose your job, your home, your money. I don't do no bippity boppity. I don't do magic. I could, because I feel like I'm a high spiritual being. I mean, the name of my channel is Starseed Street. So what do you think? That I don't feel like I'm a starseed? Of course I feel like I'm a starseed. I feel like I'm a starseed, indigo, crystal adult. I'm a crystal child, but I feel like I'm turning into an adult, so I'm turning into an adult starseed. I feel like there are a lot of beings that are about my age that are waking up right now and realizing that they are starseeds because they were born in a time that they needed to be born in, because at this time in their life, when they're just turning into adults, it's when the age of Aquarius is happening, it's when the weird weather is, that's when you needed to be turning into an adult. That's when you needed to be birthing these new crystal children, these new indigo children. So my generation, we're the generation of the new parents. So we are the ones that are giving birth to these new babies, these new star seeds that's supposed to take over the world one day and heal the world. That's what's going on. And the evilness and the Galactic Federation that's betting against that, They're pissed off because they see that it's working. They see that no matter what they do, God's children are still protected. The protected are still protected. And there's nothing that they could throw at them to throw them off their path. They're still giving birth to these children that are going to heal the world one of these days. Because our children's generation or their children's generation is going to look back at what we did and what our parents did and the previous generations, and they're going to look at all of us like, what the fuck were y'all doing here? What is this? This does not work. And they're going to abolish everything. They're going to change the governments. They're going to change the structure of this world. They're going to change the structure of trade, of currency, of everything to make it fair across the board. There has been so many curses upon so many lands from so many native and indigenous people and tribes that were wiped out ages ago, centuries ago, that the curse is now waking up. I can't even tell you how many times I have tapped into a download where I have heard and felt that so many indigenous tribes of this country, the United States of America, I feel like all of their ancestors cried all at once when the Europeans came over to this country and took it over. Despite any tribes being at war with each other previous to that, when they all were being killed off at the same time, all of their ancestors screamed out and cried at the same time. And all of that energy, all of that sadness, all of that generated such a bad taste. It generated some type of curse or hex on this land. And it has taken centuries, because I feel like they didn't want the descendants of the Europeans that came over here to ruin everything. They didn't want them to be let off that easy. They wanted them to have their fun. Live the way you want to live. Take over this land like you want to take it over. Do everything that you want to do to this land since you want it so bad. Take it. But do hear my words. When the age of Aquarius, or when the moon strikes 2, or when the winds blow hardest, or when the sun meets the sky, or whatever, that is when it's going to happen. And we are in that time right now, year 2024, age of Aquarius. Wars popping off left and right. All these movies about galactic here, galactic there. The Matrix, Hunger Games, Game of Thrones, Civil War. I mean, I have seen about 3 different movies and TV shows talk about Civil War in this country within the past 2 months. I'm like, why are we seeing all this Civil War shit? What is going on? What is the government not telling its people that we should know so we could prepare ourselves for our impending doom? Like, why is all this happening? And I feel like, well, if a movie's being made about it, or if a TV show is being made about it, that is your sign, because someone in the industry picked up on the fact from the government or whomever they know that this is about to pop off. So let me write a movie, let me write a TV show to get this information out there for people to start paying attention. Now it's up to you because everybody has free will and choice. It's up to you if you want to believe me or not, if you want to believe that it's real or not, or if you just want to believe it's a movie or a TV show. But one way or another, if there are a whole bunch of Walking Dead series popping out, or every other movie is about a different world and a sandworm popping up out the dunes, I mean, I'm literally every other movie, all right? If you don't want to pay attention, that's on you. But I'm just saying, maybe now's the time where you start selling off your belongings, all the material items that you don't need or you don't really want anymore, getting your top dollar for those things, and go buy yourself an RV or a camper, or you go take that money from selling everything and go traveling. Maybe it's that time for you to go see the world and be free in that way before some shit pop off in this world and it's too late. Where you're sitting on your couch when the world is going to war and you're thinking to yourself, I had all this time to live my life the way I wanted to live and be free and sell all my belongings so I can have some money, because I'm gonna need some type of currency. I have no money now, and I have all these things in my house I'm looking at. I could have been sold because I don't even pay attention to it no more. I don't even like it anymore. I have all these books I don't even read anymore. Now's the time for people to really start paying attention to things and doing stuff different. It's not the same world that we grew up in. Millennials, we're the last generation that ever went through any type of normalcy, really. Our children's generation and our children's generation will never know what it's like to have a world without technology to the point where it is now. Where literally everybody, including babies, they have cell phones. Everyone is looking down on their phone. No one's playing with each other outside. No one's going over each other's house playing video games or having sleep. Like, nobody's doing that anymore because everybody has FaceTime, or you could connect to a video game online, or you can do social media and connect with them online on their page or profile page. It's like the social experience is over. And it's so sad. It's so sad. One of these days, the whole school building, you kids going to school in a building, you understand? That whole concept is going to be abolished because technology is going to get so forward, you're not even going to need the buildings. You're going to need a teacher, and you're going to need a Zoom call or a Google call, whatever it's called, with Google, I don't know what it's called. You're going to need your laptop, or you're going to need a tablet, and then you connect with your class and your teacher with that. You're not even going to need to go to a class and sit down at a desk or have lunch in a cafeteria anymore. Or is there even going to be sports teams in high school? Grade school, forget that. College? Is that even going to be a thing anymore? Professional sports will probably be all we got. And if you don't know how to do that, by the time you're of age to join a professional sport, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Everything is changing. Everything is changing. If you guys cannot see that with your own eyes, with the news and with social media, and how even celebrities are turning on each other, how even celebrities are starting to wake up to other celebrities' games and tactics and scare tactics and fear tactics. And they're like, enough is enough. You're not going to scare me no more. I'm coming out with the truth. I'm opening up my mouth and I'm speaking on it. If you want to threaten my life, if you want to stalk me, if you want to try to defame my name, if you want to try to threaten me in any way you want, I don't care anymore. I don't care. People out here not even afraid of death anymore. They just want to live their own truth, and they want to be free. They want to live in peace. When you reach a certain age, if you cannot live in peace, what can you have? That's where people are at now. They're like, the fun and games are over. I'm not young anymore. So I'm gonna use this deck. I'm gonna see what's going on. Okay? I'm gonna see what's going on. I'm using the Dark Mansion Tarot. I got this off of eBay because I saw once upon a time I saw a tarot reader using this tarot deck, and I researched and I couldn't find it on Amazon, and I really even couldn't find it on Etsy, so I found a used one on eBay. So if you like this deck, you could try to find a used one on eBay. So I'm going to get a couple of cards from this deck and see what comes out. I basically already told you the vibes, okay? I'm just using tarot to confirm. That's what you should use tarot for, is for confirmation for what you already know. I'm sure you've heard this many times from other readers. Okay, so there are like some cards that are already turned. And I don't even know why. So maybe guys tell me not to even use this deck. Maybe guys tell me not to even use this deck. So I'm not even going to use it. I mean, that's enough for me for a sign. I have another deck out here. I'll get that together some other day. But I do have another deck. I have the Villains Tarot deck. I just felt like that was appropriate for what we got going on, what we're talking about today. Because the energy is so whack. I mean, literally, people out here scared to go outside, scared to go for a walk. The other day, I was taking a walk, and I literally felt like this minivan that I was walking past was going to open up the side door and snatch me up. But of course, every time when I go for a walk, I carry protection on me in one way, shape, or form. One way or another. I am not going out without a fight. I'll tell you that. I'm going down fighting. Okay? Stalk me if you want. But this one ain't weak. I don't care if you think I am. That really doesn't matter at the end of the day, because what matters is what's going to happen. What's going to happen is that you're going to get hurt. If I get hurt, so be it. But I'm telling you one thing, you're not going to leave unscathed. Because ain't nobody getting me out here. That's a message for somebody. Because lately, human trafficking, sex trafficking, and child trafficking has been heightened in this world. In this country, in other countries, people are being snatched left and right. You're hearing these missing people cases all the time. They're probably not even dead. They're being sold on the market. Even family members are selling their own family for money. Selling their children because they're addicted to magic, drugs, addictions of some kind. Something's happening out here. this energy, this shifting that's happening, where evil is running rampant and just taking over people's bodies to the point where the people don't even know what they're doing anymore. They don't even recognize themselves when they look in the mirror. They see something else. Their spirit might be crying out for help while they're looking at themselves in the mirror, but that entity is taking over their spirit, telling them to shut the fuck up. That's what's happening. We have the Four of Cups in reverse. So pay attention to the picture. You have Captain Hook. And y'all know who Captain Hook is. He was that pirate that wanted to get rid of Peter Pan, the boy that lived, the boy that never grew up, the boy that embraced their inner child. He wanted to get that boy at all costs. That was his end goal. That was his only goal, because he felt like he was the reason why his hand got chopped off. But why did your hand really get chopped off? Because of some ish you were doing? Maybe Peter Pan thought that you needed to get your hand chopped off because of something you were doing. Maybe you were an a-hole that needed to learn a lesson, and getting your hand chopped off was the lesson. But instead of learning a lesson, you decided to keep on coming for